reasons that I wanted you to write this is because I want you to identify your wants, needs, ideas, thoughts, what it is that is influencing your life, your choices, your actions right now. I had an experience that was a traumatic, dramatic, life-changing experience that nobody else around me knew was happening. I graduated from high school and I went 1 quarter to the LDS Business College before I came down here to Southern Utah State at that time, now SUU. I went to the LDS Business College because I hadn't taken any business type of classes in high school and I needed to get a job down here because I was the oldest in my family, so I needed to work while I went to school. And in the midst of that summer quarter in Salt Lake, a girl that I'd made friends with, her aunt was in charge of the designer area of ZCMI. And it was an exclusive place where they had all of the expensive couture from France and from New York and from San Francisco, the kind that cost at that time hundreds of dollars, but now would cost thousands of dollars. And I didn't even know there was such a place. It was an exclusive area in the store that most people didn't even know existed. You had to sort of have special pass. It was really high tech to even get into it. And her aunt was in charge of it, and they were going to be doing some remodeling, and she would come down and visit us at the school and bring us treats and things. And so she said, why don't you guys come up, and I will let you try on any of the clothes that you want. I will let you look at all of them, touch them, feel them, look at the prices, everything will be really fun. So there were 5 of us, and we trooped up to ZCMI and went through all the secret passageways to get to this elite place. And went in there, and she told us what the rules were and what we could and couldn't do, and then she went into her office. Now, I have always been the observer, and it was years before I really understood that. And at this point in my life, I didn't understand it at all. But I was watching everybody else while they were going through the clothes and holding them up, and and all of the kinds of things that girls would do in this kind of an opportunity. And I was really entertained by watching them, and suddenly one of the girls noticed that I wasn't really participating. And so she grabbed a hold of my arm and she said, come on, Janie, what do you like? What do you want? And pulled me over to the clothes. And I obliged her by, I picked up the first thing and I said, oh, my mother would hate this. Put it back, and I picked another one up and I said, but she'd like this one because she loves red. And then I touched another one and said, my mother would never let me wear anything like this. And this girl turns to me and she said, who cares what your mother thinks? She said, this is all pretend. None of us can afford any of this. Any of these things, any of these clothes, any of this. This is all just pretend. I want to know what you want. Now, in that split-second moment, I realized that every choice that I thought I wanted was based on what I thought my mother wanted me to choose. Now, it doesn't mean that I chose everything my mother wanted me to choose, but everything was based on what I thought my mother would be happy or unhappy with the choice that I made. And I had my very first panic attack, and my heart just started to race, and I just started to sweat, and my mind went blank. I thought, I'm going to pass out, because I don't really know what I want in a situation where it doesn't matter. Because everything up to that point in my life mattered. Every choice mattered.